Question number 1. Baking soda can be used to put out a grease fire.
Exactly. True makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 2. First Aid Day is celebrated in the month of dash.
Nicely done. September is a solid answer.
Question number 3. How many lights can we see in the traffic light?
Perfect. 3 is the correct choice.
Question number 4. We must not touch dasher pans, as we may get burnt.
Smart pick. Hot is the correct choice.
Question number 5. The ability of capacity to work is known as dash.
Well picked. Energy is the correct answer. Question number 6. We should not wear dash clothes while near fire. Strong choice. Synthetic is the right answer.
Question number 7. Asthma causes breathing difficulties because of?
Smart move. Narrowing of airways is an accurate answer.
Question number 8. What should we wear when working in the kitchen?
Right again. Cotton clothes is a valid answer. Question number 9. Which of the following spread by direct contact?
Good job. Your answer, chickenpox, works well here.
Question number 10. Which of the following is not a simple machine?
Correct response. Car is the most accurate answer.
Question number 11. A tourniquet can be used in case of dash bites.
Sharp thinking. Snake is the right choice.
Question number 12. First D in the emergency plan stands for dash.
Excellent choice.
Danger is the right answer.
Question number 13. What does FAST stand for in stroke recognition?
Good thinking. Face, arm, speech. Time is the right answer. Question number 14. A blending nose should be washed with hot water.
Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 15. What happens if you put water on a grease fire?
Excellent. It explodes is a brilliant choice.
Question number 16. A poisonous snake injects poison with its dash.
Nice work. You chose sharp fangs and it is correct.
Question number 17. Blisters are formed when there is a minor burn.
You're right. False is the correct answer.
Question number 18. The seeds which has 2 cotyledons is known as?
Clear logic. Your choice dicotyledons is sound and 100% true.
Question number 19. We should not wear dash clothes in the kitchen.
You chose nylon, and it is correct.
Question number 20. Only the surface layer is affected. Road rash.
Well reasoned. Abrasion is the correct choice. Question number 21. Dash is a network of emergency first responders.
Valid point. EMS is true. Question number 22. How many steps are there for initial first aid? Great thinking. 6 is the right choice.
Question number 23. Which 3 elements make up the fire triangle?
On track, heat, fuel, oxygen is the correct answer. Question number 24. When someone does not have a dash, they need spark.
Solid response. Pulse is a valid choice.
Question number 25. A place where fire or heat has hurt your skin.
Right choice.
Burn is the best answer.
Question number 26. The emergency ambulance service number is dash.
Correct. 108 is the right answer.
Question number 27. What is a major cause of electrical accidents?
You got it? Your choice faulty wiring is right.
Question number 28. Any fracture should be treated by a physician?
Well done. True is the right choice.
Question number 29. The construction of a house does not depend on.
Bravo. Neighbors around the house is the answer.
Question number 30. What is giving care to someone who is injured?
Great job. First aid is the accurate answer.
Question number 31. What is a common symptom of a first-degree burn?
Exactly. Red and swollen skin makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 32. To avoid accidents, we must follow safety rules.
Strong choice. All of these is the right answer.
Question number 33. Surface ocean currents are generated mostly by.
Right again. Wind is a valid answer.
Question number 34. Len, do not play with sharp objects, such as the dash.
Smart pick. Knives is the correct choice.
Question number 35. What is not included in the recovery position?
Solid response. Feet together is a valid choice.
Question number 36. How many compressions are given in each cycle?
Perfect. 100 the 120 is the correct choice.
Question number 37. The chemicals used at home are dash in nature.
Clear logic. Your choice poisonous is sound and 100% true.
Question number 38. What moon phase occurs during a solar eclipse?
Well picked. New moon is the correct answer.
Question number 39. What is the emergency number to call for help?
Valid point. 911 is true.
Question number 40. Switch off the gas regulator when not in use.
Good thinking. True is the right answer.
Question number 41. What is the ratio of breaths to compressions?
Correct response. 230 is the most accurate answer. Question number 42. Apply a dash to give support to a broken bone.
Correct. Splint is the right answer. Question number 43. What is a common cause of first-degree burns?
Bravo. Hot appliances is the answer.
Question number 44. What animal bites, and what is the disease? Nice selection. Rabies is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 45. What is the ratio of compressions to breaths?
Smart move. 32 is an accurate answer.
Question number 46. The sequence of the life cycle of a plant is.
Right choice. Seed, seedling, sapling. Plant is the best answer.
Question number 47. Do not throw books or dusters at one another.
Nice work. You chose true and it is correct.
Question number 48. Wash your dash hands before giving first aid.
You chose hand, and it is correct.
Question number 49. What is a common choking hazard for children?
Sharp thinking. Foods is the right choice.
Question number 50. We should dash follow safety rules to be safe. Excellent choice. Always is the right answer.
Question number 51. Accidents usually happen when someone is dash.
Excellent. Careless is a brilliant choice.
Question number 52. What is the depth of compressions for adults?
On track. 2 in is the correct answer.
Question number 53. We should try to avoid accidents by following.
You're right. Safety rules is the correct answer. Question number 54. Dash helps us to stay afloat while swimming. Well done. Swimming tubes is the right choice.
Question number 55. The cracking or breaking of a bone is called.
Nicely done. Fracture is a solid answer.
Question number 56. Which liquid is used to wash or clean a cut?
You got it. Your choice, Dettol, is right.
Question number 57. Tea is generally cultivated in hilly slopes. Well reasoned. True is the correct choice.
Question number 58. An unexpected event that may lead to injury. Good job. Your answer accident works well here.
Question number 59. What is the most important safety equipment?
Great thinking. Goggles is the right choice.
Question number 60. We should use dash to put off electric fire.
Great job. Sand is the accurate answer.
Question number 61. Chickenpox is an example of a dash disease.
Bravo. Communicable is the answer.
Question number 62. What should you do when an accident happens?
Good job. Your answer stay calm works well here. Question number 63. We must cross the road at the dash crossing. You're right. Zebra is the correct answer.
Question number 64. Avoid going near fire with dash clothes on.
You got it. Your choice, nylon, is right.
Question number 65. It is a stretching or tearing of ligaments.
Well reasoned. Sprain is the correct choice.
Question number 66. Wounds are sites of dash to enter our body.
Smart pick. Germs is the correct choice.
Question number 67. We should follow safety rules all the time.
Nicely done. True is a solid answer.
Question number 68. First aid could mean the difference between.
Good thinking. Life and death is the right answer.
Question number 69. Which is the emergency number of ambulance?
Great thinking. 108 is the right choice.
Question number 70. A dash of is device is used out to spread fire.
Great job. Fire extinguisher is the accurate answer.
Question number 71. Most of the accidents occur due to our dash.
Correct. Carelessness is the right answer.
Question number 72. Why are gloves included in a first aid kit?
Right choice. To protect against infection is the best answer.
Question number 73. When a person gets a sprain, use a van dash.
Nice work. You chose creep bandage, and it is correct.
Question number 74. If there is no footpath, we should walk on.
Valid point. Left-hand side is true.
Question number 75. We should put ack and dash on the burnt part.
Strong choice. Ice pack is the right answer.
Question number 76. Children should not be allowed to play with.
Exactly. Fire makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 77. Which is top priority during an emergency?
You chose breathing, and it is correct.
Question number 78. A crossing marked with broad white stripes.
Correct response. Zebra crossing is the most accurate answer. Question number 79. What is a type of hand changeover switch?
On track. Rotary switch is the correct answer.
Question number 80. Some common reasons for accidents are dash. Excellent. All of these is a brilliant choice. Question number 81. What sterile pad is used to cover a wound?
Nice selection. Dressing is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 82. Call first situation must observed when.
Smart move. Cardiac emergencies is an accurate answer. Question number 83. What is the first step in giving first aid? Perfect. Check the surrounding is the correct choice.
Question number 84. Wash the burns immediately with cold water.
Solid response. True is a valid choice.
Question number 85. What does the seconds stand for in pass?
Excellent choice. Sweep side to side is the right answer.
Question number 86. An N-dash doctor looks after bone injuries.
Clear logic. Your choice orthopedic is sound and 100% true.
Question number 87. Hypothermia occurs below what temperature?
Sharp thinking. 35C is the right choice.
Question number 88. Most accidents happen when we are careful.
Right again. False is a valid answer.
Question number 89. A storm with violent winds and heavy rain.
Well done. Hurricane is the right choice.
Question number 90. We must not touch an electric switch with.
Well picked. All the above is the correct answer.
Question number 91. To restore to a condition of good health.
Well reasoned. Rehabilitative is the correct choice.
Question number 92. Do not get in or out of a moving bus dash.
Excellent choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 93. What should we keep in our first aid box?
Nicely done. Bandages is a solid answer.
Question number 94. What should you use to remove a splinter?
Well picked. Sterilized tweezers is the correct answer.
Question number 95. If someone is sick or injured, you should.
Well done. All of these is the right choice.
Question number 96. Do not use blade to sharpen your pencils.
Correct response. True is the most accurate answer.
Question number 97. What is the second emergency action step?
You got it? Your choice check the person is right.
Question number 98. Provide your client with some quiet time.
Smart pick. Good is the correct choice.
Question number 99. We should dash up and down the staircase.
Sharp thinking. Not run is the right choice.
Question number 100. Eating dash food can cause food poisoning.
Good thinking. Stale is the right answer.
Question number 101. The COVID-19 disease is caused by a dash.
Right again. Virus is a valid answer.
Question number 102. Cooperative Housing Society help to save.
Correct. Space and money is the right answer.
Question number 103. The outer covering of the seed is called.
Bravo. Seed coat is the answer.
Question number 104. How should a first-degree burn be treated?
Excellent. Cold water and cover is a brilliant choice.
Question number 105. Kids should cut vegetables on their own.
Perfect. No is the correct choice.
Question number 106. Small children must not dash themselves. Great job. Light firecrackers is the accurate answer.
Question number 107. Apply a dash cream on the burnt part.
Solid response. Antiseptic cream is a valid choice.
Question number 108. The disease caused by dog bite is called.
Smart move. Rabies is an accurate answer.
Question number 109. What should we follow to avoid accident?
You're right. Safety rules is the correct answer.
Question number 110. Is a first aid kit important everywhere?
Strong choice. Yes is the right answer.
Question number 111. A series of abdominal thrusts is called.
Valid point. Secretly maneuver is true.
Question number 112. Choking is a life-threatening emergency.
Exactly. True makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 113. The electrical wirings should be checked.
Clear logic. Your choice regularly is sound and 100% true.
Question number 114. Is wearing synthetic cloths good for you?
Nice selection. No is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 115. Keep sharp objects and chemical cleaners. Good job. Your answer away from children works well here.
Question number 116. On the road, we should always follow dash.
Right choice. Traffic lights is the best answer.
Question number 117. A dash is a device used to put out fires.
You chose fire extinguisher, and it is correct.
Question number 118. How long should you wash your hands for? Great thinking. 20 sec is the right choice.
Question number 119. What is the most important part of FIPIA?
Nice work. You chose compressions, and it is correct.
Question number 120. When a bone cracks, it is called a dash. On track. Fracture is the correct answer. Question number 121. First aid can only be given by a doctor.
Great thinking. False is the right choice.
Question number 122. Dash, keep a kerosene stove on the floor.
Clear logic? Your choice never is sound and 100% true.
Question number 123. Igloos are shelters made by Eskimos for.
Nice selection. Temporary use is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 124. Where should you walk when near a road?
Bravo. On the pavement is the answer.
Question number 125. We should burst the blisters that form.
Well done. False is the right choice.
Question number 126. Floors must be kept dry to prevent dash.
Nice work. You chose slipping, and it is correct.
Question number 127. We should follow dash to avoid accident.
Great job. Safety rule is the accurate answer.
Question number 128. Cholera is a disease spread by animals.
Perfect. False is the correct choice.
Question number 129. Which of them is not a decimal fraction?
6/9 is true.
Question number 130. Petrol fire can be put out using water.
Good thinking. False is the right answer.
Question number 131. A break or crack in a bone is called a...
You got it. Your choice fractures is right.
Question number 132. Electric appliances should be fixed by.
Well reasoned. Electrician is the correct choice.
Question number 133. You should use pot holders when using.
Right choice. All of the above is the best answer.
Question number 134. The universal sign for choking is dash. Correct. Grasping your neck is the right answer.
Question number 135. An alarm that detects smoke from fire.
Well picked. Smoke detector is the correct answer.
Question number 136. A paste of baking soda can be used for. Excellent. Bee stings is a brilliant choice.
Question number 137. Which of the following can cause fire? Smart move. Both and is an accurate answer.
Question number 138. The first aid for broken bones is dash.
Smart pick. Sling is the correct choice.
Question number 139. Which one is example of wheel and axle?
Correct response. Screwdriver is the most accurate answer.
Question number 140. What causes most rescues at the beach?
You're right. Rips is the correct answer.
Question number 141. The signs on the road are called dash. Exactly. Traffic signs make sense and it is right choice.
Question number 142. Dash clothes do not catch fire easily.
You chose cotton and it is correct.
Question number 143. There are how many types of first aid?
On track. 5 is the correct answer. Question number 144. What does the S in dressage stand for? Solid response. Send is a valid choice.
Question number 145. Where is the cotyledon present dash?
Right again. Seed is a valid answer. Question number 146. Which disease occurs in a deep wound? Good job. Your answer tetanus works well here. Question number 147. Do not a-day each other while playing. Nicely done. Push is a solid answer. Question number 148. What should apply in case of any burn? Strong choice. Antiseptic lotion is the right answer. Question number 149. When using electrical appliances, dash. Excellent choice. Wear slippers is the right answer.
Question number 150. Use zebra crossing to cross the road.
Sharp thinking. Weekend is the right choice.
Question number 151. We should walk on road for our safety.
Exactly. False makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 152. Always throw lighted matchsticks. Dash.
Nice work. You chose carefully and it is correct.
Question number 153. What method is used to treat sprains?
Well reasoned. PRICE is the correct choice.
Question number 154. Where do most cardiac arrests occur?
Perfect. In homes is the correct choice.
Question number 155. The seeds of guava are dispersed by?
Solid response. Animals is a valid choice.
Question number 156. There are how many degrees of burns?
You got it? Your choice 3 is right.
Question number 157. Stand in a dash while boarding a bus?
You're right.
Clue is the correct answer. Question number 158. What is the purpose of a tourniquet?
Bravo. Reduce bleeding is the answer.
Question number 159. What is the symbol for warning sign?
Clear logic. Your choice, yellow triangle, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 160. We should take a dash at least once.
Correct response. Bath is the most accurate answer.
Question number 161. Will a rip pull you under the water?
Right choice. No is the best answer.
Question number 162. The energy-giving nutrient is called?
Correct. Carbohydrate is the right answer.
Question number 163. Injuries resulting from an accident.
Good thinking. Accidental injury is the right answer.
Question number 164. Dogs and cats carries dash disease.
Valid point. Rabies is true.
Question number 165 dash are also known as seed leaves.
Great thinking. Cotyledons is the right choice.
Question number 166. The rabies virus is carried by dash. Well done. Dogs is the right choice.
Question number 167. Breaking of a bone is called a dash. Good job. Your answer fracture works well here.
Question number 168. Traffic lights control the traffic. Sharp thinking. True is the right choice.
Question number 169. Disease-causing microbes are called?
Nice selection. Germs is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 170. Dash is a bandage used for support.
Smart move. Sling is an accurate answer.
Question number 171. Should we follow the safety rules?
Excellent. Yes is a brilliant choice.
Question number 172. Do not touch hot objects like dash.
Excellent choice. Heater, iron, and oven is the right answer.
Question number 173. A cracked or broken bone is called?
Great job. Fracture is the accurate answer.
Question number 174. Is it good to play with gas stove?
Smart pick. No is the correct choice.
Question number 175. Which degree of burn is the worst?
Well picked. Third degree is the correct answer.
Question number 176. An equipment used to put off fire.
Right again. Fire extinguisher is a valid answer.
Question number 177. When would you make someone vomit?
You chose poisoning, and it is correct.
Question number 178. What is the another name of screw?
Nicely done. Grove is a solid answer. Question number 179. Most of our dash occur due to dash. Strong choice. Accidents, carelessness is the right answer.
Question number 180. You should lift pot and pan lids.
On track. Away from your face is the correct answer. Question number 181. Which time first aid is important? Clear logic. Your choice when we get accident is sound and 100% true.
Question number 182. Which is not belong in the group?
Good job. Your answer pancreas works well here.
Question number 183. What does stand for in abscess?
Well reasoned. Airway is the correct choice.
Question number 184. Do not touch dash with wet hands.
Right again. Switches is a valid answer.
Question number 185. Always cross the road at the dash.
Smart pick. Zebra crossing is the correct choice.
Question number 186. What causes decoloration of skin? Nice selection. Sprain is the correct and valid answer. Question number 187. What are the 3 C's of responding?
You chose check, call, care, and it is correct.
Question number 188. While cycling, keep to your dash. You're right. Left is the correct answer.
Question number 189. Name a device to extinguish fire.
Nice work. You chose fire extinguish, and it is correct.
Question number 190. A below normal body temperature.
Strong choice. Hypothermia is the right answer.
Question number 191. Many accidents can be prevented.
Well picked. True is the correct answer.
Question number 192. You should always pop a blister.
Correct. False is the right answer.
Question number 193. Which gas is needed for burning? Sharp thinking. Oxygen is the right choice.
Question number 194. What does the red light signify?
Right choice. Stop is the best answer.
Question number 195. Handles of pots should be dash.
On track. Turned away is the correct answer.
Question number 196. Fire needs dash to keep burning.
Nicely done. Air is a solid answer. Question number 197. Find the odd from the following. Correct response. The car accident is the most accurate answer.
Question number 198. Stop, drop, and roll when dash.
Well done. You catch fire is the right choice.
Question number 199. Smother grease fire with dash.
Good thinking. Salt is the right answer. Question number 200. Which is a communicable disease? Great thinking. COVID-19 is the right choice.
Question number 201. Do not lean out of a moving bus.
You got it. Your choice true is right. Question number 202. Any potential source of danger? Solid response. Hazard is a valid choice.
Question number 213. We put out fire by using a dash.
Smart move. Blanket is an accurate answer.
Question number 214. Accidents occur because of dash. Excellent choice. Carelessness is the right answer. Question number 215. Effective heat stroke is dash.
Exactly. Unable to perspire makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 206. Who is the father of first aid?
Excellent. Friedrich von Esmarch is a brilliant choice. Question number 207. The tool used to remove thorns. Perfect. Tweezers is the correct choice. Question number 208. To whom the first aid is given?
Valid point. To an injured person is true.
Question number 219. Rita was bitten by a dog first.
Bravo. She needs anti-rabies injection is the answer.
Question number 210. It is dangerous to play on dash.
Great job. The road is the accurate answer. Question number 211. What is there inside first aid?
Clear logic. Your choice scissor is sound and 100% true. Question number 212. Bile juice is secreted by dash. Great thinking. Liver is the right choice.
Question number 213. The Indra Sab stands for?
Solid response. Airways is a valid choice.
Question number 214. We should follow traffic rules.
You got it? Your choice true is right.
Question number 215. We can avoid accidents by dash. Correct response. Following safety rules is the most accurate answer.
Question number 216. The first rule of first aid is?
Good job. Your answer, be calm, works well here.
Question number 217. Emergency for fire department. On track. One-on-one is the correct answer.
Question number 218. Do not disturb the bus driver.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 219. When you see a gun lying down?
Sharp thinking. Leave the scene is the right choice.
Question number 220. Do not play with dash objects.
Well done. Sharp is the right choice.
Question number 221. All microbes are bad for you.
Nicely done. False is a solid answer.
Question number 222. What does a green light mean?
You chose go, and it is correct.
Question number 223. Which is a goal of first aid?
Nice selection. Preserving life is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 224. In Tredge, red tag signifies?
Smart pick. Immediate care is the correct choice.
Question number 225. What makes plants look green?
Perfect. Chlorophyll is the correct choice.
Question number 226. Always wash dash separately.
Exactly. Knives make sense and it is right choice.
Question number 227. Dash is better than cure.
Right choice. Prevention is the best answer.
Question number 228. Can all nosebleed be severe?
Nice work. You chose yes, and it is correct.
Question number 229. Review your client's record.
Smart move. Good is an accurate answer.
Question number 230. It is any break in the bone.
Correct. Fracture is the right answer.
Question number 231. Accidents happen due to dash.
You're right. Carelessness is the correct answer.
Question number 232. Floors should always be kept.
Bravo, dry is the answer.
Question number 233. Never leave fire unattended. Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Question number 234. Always walk on the footpath.
Well reasoned. True is the correct choice.
Question number 235. You should play on the dash.
Good thinking. Road is the right answer.
Question number 236. Thick pad to stop bleeding.
Excellent choice. Sterile gauze is the right answer.
Question number 237. Fungi causes skin infection.
Well picked. True is the correct answer.
Question number 238. Freezing of the body tissue.
Right again. Frostbite is a valid answer.
Question number 239. What is buddy system dash?
Great job. It takes two is the accurate answer.
Question number 240. Convert 7 into fraction.
7/1000 is true. Question number 241. You can jump on the benches.
Valid point. False is true.
Question number 242. First aid is not important.
You got it. Your choice no. Not at all is right. Question number 243. Convert feet for 100 to decimal. Sharp thinking. 0.54 is the right choice. Question number 244. Signs of a fracture include. Bravo. Swelling, discoloration, and bruising is the answer. Question number 245. C stands for cardiovascular.
Right again. False is a valid answer.
Question number 246. Do not push anyone in fun. Smart move. You can't is an accurate answer. Question number 247. Burns are caused due to. Correct response. Carelessness is the most accurate answer. Question number 248. When should you use an aid? Clear logic. Your choice cardiac arrest is sound and 100% true. Question number 249. What is the meaning of PEER? You're right. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation is the correct answer. Question number 250. Abdominal thrusts are dash. Nice work. You chose for choking emergencies, and it is correct. Question number 251. Respiratory distress means. Perfect. Difficulty breathing is the correct choice. Question number 252 is an emergency number 4. Smart pick. Police is the correct choice. Question number 253. To keep us safe, we follow. Good job. Your answer safety rules works well here. Question number 254. Name any two sharp objects. Excellent choice. Knives and scissors is the right answer. Question number 255. You should wash dishes in. Strong choice. Hot soapy water is the right answer. Question number 256. Do not run down the stairs. Great thinking. True is the right choice. Question number 257. We should dash twice a day. Excellent. Brush our teeth is a brilliant choice. Question number 258. What does PEEP stands for? Solid response. Personal protective equipment is a valid choice. Question number 259. Heat exhaustion is dash. Well picked. Exposure to excessive heat is the correct answer. Question number 260. Dash a break in a bone. Well reasoned. Fracture is the correct choice. Question number 261. Rabies is caused by dash. Correct. Animal bite is the right answer. Question number 262. Nosebleeds can result in. Nice selection. Vomiting is the correct and valid answer. Question number 263. Photosynthesis produces. You chose food for the plant, and it is correct. Question number 264. Is first aid good or bad? Exactly. Good makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 265. Examples of PP include. Well done. All of the above is the right choice. Question number 266. Do not climb on shelves. Nicely done. True is a solid answer. Question number 267. Always walk on the dash. Great job. Footpath is the accurate answer. Question number 268. Eggs are rich source of. Good thinking. Protein is the right answers. Question number 269. Fracture is a injury of. On track. Bone is the correct answer.
Question number 270. What does a vaccine do?
Right choice. Gives you immunity is the best answer.
Question number 271. Band-Aid can be put for.
You got it. Your choice minor cuts is right.
Question number 272. B stands for breathing.
Sharp thinking. True is the right choice.
Question number 273. We must not run in dash.
Good thinking. Classroom is the right answer.
Question number 274. What is an aid machine?
Strong choice. Automated external defibrillator is the right answer.
Question number 275. Is first aid important?
Right choice. Yes is the best answer.
Question number 276. Choose the odd one out.
Solid response. Night blindness is a valid choice.
Question number 277. Heat stroke is dash.
Nicely done. Exposure to high temperature is a solid answer.
Question number 278. Do not play with dash.
Correct. Sharp objects is the right answer.
Question number 279. Rabies is carried by.
Well done. Dogs is the right choice.
Question number 280. We eat 3 meals a day.
Excellent. Breakfast, lunch, dinner is a brilliant choice.
Question number 281. Cardiac arrest means.
You chose no pulse, and it is correct.
Question number 282. Who is a pedestrian?
Well reasoned. Someone who is walking is the correct choice.
Question number 283. Racino, Chiubi.
Exactly. Mod 8 evaluate makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 284. Proteins are called.
Great job. Bodybuilding food is the accurate answer.
Question number 285. Plants do not need.
Valid point. Fire is true.
Question number 286. What is tourniquet?
On track. A cord or bandage is the correct answer.
Question number 287. A stand for airway.
Nice work. You chose true, and it is correct.
Question number 288. Breaking of a bone.
Correct response. Fracture is the most accurate answer.
Question number 289. We should walk on.
Smart pick. Footpath is the correct choice.
Question number 290. What are hazards?
Nice selection. Possible sources of danger is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 291. Pick odd one out.
Clear logic. Your choice mask is sound and 100% true.
Question number 292. Plants are dash.
Perfect. Living is the correct choice.
Question number 293. And 8 is dash.
Right again. Automated external defibrillator is a valid answer. Question number 294. Me stands for. Good job. Your answer body mass index works well here.
Question number 295. Aid means dash.
Smart move. Help is an accurate answer.
Question number 296. CPR stands for.
You're right. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation is the correct answer.
Question number 297. Is a fraction.
Bravo. False is the answer. Question number 298. Fracture is a.
Excellent choice. Break in the bone is the right answer.
Question number 299. Name the 3B. Well picked.
breathing, bleeding, bones is the correct answer.
Question number 300. Look for
Great thinking. Medical identification is the right choice. Question number 301. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Solid response. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is a valid choice.